Besties, friends, Romans, countrymen, listen up, because when I tell y'all that the world keeps showing up for Wendy Williams, I mean it. People are out there holding protests, showing up with banners, chanting her name, fighting to help Wendy break free from her guardianship. Baby, the love and support Wendy is getting, it's been immense, truly moving.
The struggle is against the judges. The guardians are mere puppets. Guardianship has to end.
Look at how wonderful she looks behind that glass window. She looks bright, smart. She has nothing wrong with her. This is false imprisonment. She should not be kept locked up. Free Wendy.
It's nice to see the regular people, but it's even more important at this time in my life to see the media. I cry, but I get up and I fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's my MO all the time. But what I'm saying to you is that, it's like really weird not to be out of touch with people on the phone.
Yeah.
I can't trust a lot of people. And I won't even get into who I can't trust. But there are people that, oh my gosh, I can't trust them as far as I can throw them.
But amidst all these campaigns, but chilly, while the streets are screaming free Wendy, there's one question nobody can ignore. Where the heck are her ex-husband Kevin Hunter and his little boo thing Sharina Hudson? Now listen, not too long ago, Kevin was still out here trying to squeeze alimony payments out of Wendy. Yup, even while Wendy was out here battling for her life and freedom. And now that Wendy's starting to show real signs of getting healthy, folks are wondering, is Kevin about to drag her back to court too? Baby, word on the curb says that's exactly what he's planning. And let me just say it, people are fed up. They're calling Kevin a literal cockroach at this point, one that just refuses to go away. It's giving desperate, it's giving shameless, it's giving, get a job, sir. And honey, it gets even messier. Allegedly, there have been reports floating around for years that Kevin Hunter Sr., along with Wendy's own production team, were actively poisoning her. Yes, girl, poisoning. Supposedly, they kept her medicated just enough so she could still show up and do the show, but never enough to truly break free. See, y'all remember Wendy always had plans to leave TV and go back to radio once she ditched Kevin, right? She was ready to reclaim her life. But allegedly, Kevin caught wind of her plan because the entertainment industry is smaller than a high school cafeteria and decided he wasn't about to let his cash cow walk away that easily. Word is, Kevin cooked up a whole scheme with production to keep Wendy medicated through her daily tea. Not making this up. Some fans even picked up on it when Wendy would, on air, question her team about what they were putting in her tea. Apparently, she even said something along the lines of, if you're gonna put a pill in my tea, at least stir it well so I don't see the residue. I mean, hello? Sis knew something wasn't right, and the darker whispers. They say the long-term plan wasn't just to use Wendy, it was to dispose of her when she was no longer profitable. Chilling, right? According to these same reports, Kevin knew exactly what was going into Wendy's tea. In fact, he allegedly orchestrated the whole thing. And guess who else knew? His side piece, Sharina Hudson. She allegedly was right there, aware of what was happening to Wendy behind the scenes. It doesn't stop there. That same production team allegedly played a major role in setting up the guardianship that's kept Wendy locked away for so long. And Kevin's little courtroom battles? Girl, those are just for show. Word is he's been working hand in hand with them the whole time. Allegedly, of course. Now that Wendy's making a comeback, Kevin is lurking, watching her every move like a hawk, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce and start leeching again. He's already tried to get his alimony back multiple times, so it would not be shocking if he tries it again now that she's fighting for her freedom. But Wendy? She's got bigger battles to fight first. Sis is laser focused on reclaiming her life. Wendy's been questioning for years why she's under guardianship, especially after passing not one but 2 mental capacity tests with flying colors. And yet, she's still trapped, still fighting. Why? Because her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, allegedly keeps delaying the process and calling the shots. In one emotional interview after another, Wendy's made it crystal clear. She's desperate to regain control over her own life, her money, her choices. And y'all know, one of the first interviews she bravely stepped into was with The Breakfast Club.
You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
No.
You've been
God
calling,
damn it.
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem that way.
How dare, excuse me, who I naturally am is who I naturally am, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
And my niece knows all about that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And to be clear, you can't leave. Like, they won't allow you to leave or have visitors, family members or not. So you can't even leave and take a walk if you wanted to.
And if you thought it couldn't get any messier, think again. During her eye-opening TMZ documentary, Saving Wendy, Wendy dropped a bombshell none of us saw coming. The whole guardianship nightmare? It reportedly started because her own son, Kevin Hunter Jr., allegedly withdrew huge amounts of money from her accounts without telling her. Wells Fargo flagged the suspicious activity, froze her assets, and the next thing Wendy knew, bam, conservatorship.
I think the amount of money that they questioned Kevin about for spending was like $100,000. To put it in perspective, Kevin's birthday party that year that his mom threw was $120,000. Kevin's rent was $80,000. Kevin's Uber Eats probably exceeded $100,000 that his mom approves.
Have you ever taken money from your mother's account?
Not without her consent.
Wendy said it herself. Her son crossed a major line. She explained that he was spending her money recklessly, sneaking behind her back, and possibly being influenced by shady characters. In Wendy's own words, "My son is a really good person, but at this point, he's a horrible person to me. The way he moves with other people, what's going on with these people at my Miami apartment? What are you doing? Spending my money on what?" And y'all, it gets worse. There was even an incident where her son tried to rent a boat for his birthday. Now he told Wendy it was going to cost about $1,500. Reasonable, right? Well, turns out the boat he actually rented cost $113,000. Wendy made it painfully clear he wasn't acting alone. She suspected bad influences and manipulation all around her. And then, the biggest betrayal, Wendy revealed that a woman, around Wendy's own age, was pretending to be her, trying to scam Wells Fargo for even more of her money. And it was her son who had introduced this woman to her. In Wendy's words, "This woman on the phone, pretending to be me, red flag Wells Fargo, red flag. Thank God they froze everything when they did, because otherwise, who knows how much they would have stolen from me." Heartbreaking, isn't it? Even Wendy's own family agreed. As much as she loves her son, putting him in charge of her was absolutely not an option.
My aunt loves her son very much. But I think that there are other options at this point in terms of who can care for and make sure that his mother at 60 years old is taken care of properly.
Anyway, despite everything, Wendy's been doing her best to show the world she's still standing. Recently, she was spotted by Page 6 leaving West 55th Street restaurant on a motorized scooter, and when they asked her how she was doing, Wendy beamed and said she's doing fabulous. In another sit-down with The View, Wendy didn't hold back. She laid the blame squarely at the feet of her guardian and the judge overseeing her case.
Well, first of all, I don't want a guardian. You know what I'm saying? I don't put it this way. I don't want Sabrina, period. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want guardian. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out of guardian. It's been over 3 years. And you know what I'm saying? It's time for my money and my life to get back to status quo.
More recently, Wendy opened up to People magazine talking about how much encouragement from fans has meant to her. In her words, "It's nice to see regular people, but it's even more important at this time in my life to see the media. I can't trust a lot of people right now, and I can't even get into who I can't trust. But let me tell you, some people, I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them." And y'all, Wendy is dreaming big again. She's ready for love, ready for a fresh start. She even said, "When I get out of this situation, I'm staying in New York. I can't wait to fall in love again. I will not lie about that." Meanwhile, TV networks are scrambling behind the scenes to land the first big, exclusive sit-down interview with Wendy. At least 3 major outlets are reportedly in a heated bidding war. Everybody wants that comeback moment. And let's not forget, Wendy's not playing games anymore. She's hired top celebrity lawyer Joe Tacopina, the same heavyweight who's represented everyone from A$AP Rocky to Donald Trump. Joe said Wendy personally reached out to him after watching the Tubi documentary Saving Wendy and realizing she needed serious legal firepower.
But I am representing her. I'm a personal attorney right now. I will be entering the guardianship case one way or another, but it's a convoluted process because the judge has to approve guardianship attorneys. And the last thing they want to do is see my face in that courtroom. So, but yes, I am representing her. I am the lawyer right now.
Wendy has also been moved from what she called a luxury prison to a much nicer private condo. She finally has real freedom again to come and go, have visitors, live life on her own terms. Sounds amazing, right? Well, here's the catch. Word is, people like Kevin Hunter are watching all of this very closely. Because for Kevin, it would be in his best financial interest if Wendy got her life and her bag back. And chilly, not too long ago, Kevin even filed new court documents demanding that the old settlement agreement with Wendy be thrown out. Why? He claimed there was fraud, misconduct, and misrepresentation involved. Kevin even dragged Wendy's best friend Regina Shell into it. Regina testified that she saw Wendy's cumulative bank balances and overheard shady conversations between Wendy's guardian Sabrina and others, hinting that Wendy had way more money than they were letting on. Kevin is using all of this as ammunition, desperately trying to claw his way back into Wendy's pockets. And y'all, let's not forget, this man has taken Wendy to court 4 times already. 4! With Wendy on the brink of getting her freedom back, the streets are already buzzing, saying Kevin's back to his old tricks, trying to stress Wendy out all over again. But we know Wendy. We know she's a fighter. She's been through hell and back, and she's still standing. And baby, we're rooting for her harder than ever. Now, while we wait to see how this whole saga plays out, I need y'all to sound off. What do you think about Kevin allegedly planning to go after Wendy's alimony again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because, baby, we got a whole lot to discuss.